Greetings everyone, this is First Centurion 753, starting a new series with a new game, Masters of the World Geopolitical Simulator 3. This is a geopolitical simulating game, and it does a world simulation where you play as the head of state for a particular country. And you can do a regular just free play, starting the world in 2013, but there are also a lot of different fun scenarios that you can play over here, and each of them has a different level, going up to level 3. I haven't gotten nowhere near these levels yet, but I've played 2 scenarios so far. The first one, AAA, this is based on the bond rating of a country, international rating. This was actually pretty easy. All I did was lower taxes, lower interest rates, and the economy recovered, and the bond ratings went up, I guess. I did this with both Belgium and Austria. I didn't try it with the United States. But I'm going to try something else with the United States soon, the U.S. fiscal cliff. But before I do that, we're going to take a look at some of these other scenarios. This one, Famine in South Sudan, was pretty good. We're going to go ahead and play this one today. This is almost more of a tutorial than a let's play, because I've already played this and I've figured out how to do it. Some of these are kind of difficult to figure out, but some of them there's just like little tricks for you to figure out, some of these scenarios. But for this scenario, we have to overcome famine ravaging the country in South Sudan within 3 years. And we're going to start off on middle difficulty level. Everything's going to be middle. Yeah, here we go. A lot of cool quotes with this game, just like with Total War Empire. The cool thing about this game, Geopolitical Simulator, is it's actually kind of closely reflects geopolitics in the world more than any other game that I've seen so far. There are a lot of different factors and decisions and choices to make, which makes this game much more dynamic than other geopolitical simulators. Also, some other geopolitical games like Europa Universalis and other games are mainly based on like conquering the world. And in this one, it's almost more like dealing with actual problems and not necessarily conquering the world. Let's listen.
The UN's World Food Program warned our government leaders this morning of the threat of famine that the country is currently facing. Poor harvests, insecurity linked to rebel groups, limited infrastructure, and the displacement of refugees from the north are all negative factors that risk triggering a genuine hunger hurricane, in the words of the UN agency, in the coming weeks or even days. The head of state and key government members met immediately and formed a crisis team, but so far, no decision has been announced.
Okay, so there's a lot of reasons causing the famine here in South Sudan. And you probably could try to correct a lot of those problems in a way to correct this scenario. I think there's more than one way to correct the scenario. Possibly. I hope so. But I know how I correct it. And there's certain strategies that I've used. And again, you can do like a conquest scenario in this game. You can. There are some World War III scenarios, so there is a military aspect to the game, but it also deals with other problems in the world, which makes it more realistic as a world leader. Because most of the time, as a world leader, you're not dealing with conquering the world. Conquering the world is something that A, has never happened, and B, is probably very difficult for it ever to happen, especially in the modern geopolitical landscape that we have today. There's certain things like the UN that would block you from doing it. So you have all these different tabs down here, deal with a lot of different issues, and we have to deal with the famine issue in South Sudan. Here we go. We have a disaster. Date of catastrophe. I guess we're approaching that date. 2 dead so far. We are in an equatorial region. And we can't send aid to ourselves, so that's just if other people want to to send aid, we will be able to accept some aid, which will help to increase the food supply. But we also have to consider our own production, because the aid that we receive is not going to be enough. And you can start the clock here, because it does take a while for things to go along. Aha, emergency situation. Okay, housing centers are useless. Emerging housing centers are useless. We don't have any more. We can't provide any food support. Overcrowded dwelling. People weigh 70% less than the average weight for their size. Oh my god, that's horrible. Okay, and
your economic record and debt combined.
He's going to complain about my bonds. I don't care about that for this scenario. For this scenario, I do have to concern myself with food production. And one way to stimulate food production is to exonerate them from taxes. Public authorities offer tax and social contribution exemptions to help sectors experiencing financial difficulties. So we're going to go ahead and exonerate all of the food-producing industry. Beers, they're not going to eat beer. Cereals, we're going to exonerate that. Cereals there. Cotton, we're not eating cotton. Fish, we're going to exonerate fish. The X's are things that they're not producing. Maize or corn, we're going to exonerate that. Oranges, exoneration. Potatoes, exoneration. Rice, exoneration. Sugar, I'm not going to worry about sugar or sugar cane, I don't think, or wood. Alright, so we're exonerating all of those. Hopefully that'll start to stimulate some agricultural production. So that will help increase our supply. Okay, in addition to increasing supply, we also have to increase demand. Now, demand is, most people don't understand demand completely. But if you take an economics class, you will learn that demand is the desire, willingness, and ability to consume goods. So ability is the key word there that applies to our situation. And in order to give them the ability to pay for the food, we are going to have to cut taxes. And I think I should cut this tax too. Oh, that's a lot. Hold on. Alright, so General is telling us that Special Forces are the better strategy. They tell you that every game. Alright, here we go.
Your policy is bearing fruit, and we are slowly but surely achieving the goals we set. You must continue along this path.
Okay, thank you. So, just FYI, your total income is right here. This is usually, I think, in billions of dollars. Debt's in billions. There's a little bit of debt. But then you also have to weigh that against total expenses, which is right here. Ooh, I thought we had a surplus in this country. No, we do have a little bit of surplus. So that's about $400 million surplus right there. If it's $9.83 billion in taxes, and we are spending $9.48, that's a little under $400 million surplus. And so the tax reduction, $400 million. That's, I can't do the. I can reduce the income tax, which is good, and I have the vote in Parliament. Okay, you can propose laws, but you also have to have the support of your Parliament to pass the law. And right now we have 54% support for this income tax reductions that we're planning. All right, and that will keep us. So that will help to stimulate spending because it'll put more money in people's pockets. So that's actually a good thing. Another way to strengthen, so that actually strengthens demand because it gives people a higher ability to pay for their products. Another way to do that, I think, is actually by strengthening the dollar. And, ooh, see, there we go. So we got a big, I'll just show you that real quick. We got a big bump in the polls for cutting taxes. The social part, I think that's because we cut taxes on the middle class. Aha, popularity leaves me speechless. So we know what we're doing, popularity-wise. Famine call for
The country
international
has
aid.
been hit by a major famine. We cannot feed the population. Do you want to call on international aid?
Absolutely. Get out of there. Call for international aid, that will help. Additionally, the purchasing power going up. That is going to give them money to buy food, which is important. And I think if we strengthen the dollar, again, back to the currency concept, if we strengthen the dollar by raising the interest rates, yeesh, 80 million. Hold on, let's check it real quick. Some basic statistics from the game you can find by clicking on the flag. That's our population. GDP, inflation is crazy out of control. Okay, so I am going to increase interest rates. That should bring down inflation and should increase the strength of the dollar. Famine.
The first humanitarian aid flights have just landed in the capital. Humanitarian and civilian security organizations are actively cooperating in order to give help to the most devastated areas as quickly as possible. In a few days, these teams will be operational.
That's good news.
Just to let you know that the last teams of humanitarian convoys left the country this morning.
Oh, that was quick. Okay, so they came and then they left. Okay, so again, back to strengthening the dollar. We're going to deflate the currency in order to strengthen the dollar. It's going to cost us some money, apparently. But, how's that going to cost us money? I don't know how that costs us money. So we're just going to go ahead and increase the interest rates, and I think that will help. This encourages savings with fewer demands, induce deflationary action. There is risks that consumption will be affected for too long, but people and businesses borrow less. I think we'll be okay. I think this will work. I think this has a positive impact. Okay, there is a newspaper here too that you can also check. You get a weekly newspaper, and it tells you about some major events that are occurring. We got the famine, humanitarian affairs came in. Good. Some other stuff going on here. Charles Winning, that is me. I am the president. Okay. What's some action going on here? Okay, yeah, I got that. Looming food
The country
crisis.
might suffer a serious food crisis if we do not act quickly.
Okay. Whoa.
You are starting to stray from your objective. It would be a shame to lose all the capital gained from a political career that has been, until now, exemplary.
Okay, maybe deflation wasn't a good idea. I don't know. But what does that say? Okay, that's something that's going on online. Okay, so I know how to really fix it. The real way to fix this is to buy up all the food that you're missing. So you have to get this from people who are going to produce food at a cheap rate. It's one of the best producers of food. Democratic Republic of Congo, I think, has some of the cheapest, even though it's going to hurt us to meet with them because they're like a dictatorship. That'll hurt, our opinion, but we can get some cheap food from them. And then, where's that country? This country, Malawi. If I pronounce that right. But they have some cheap food products, so basically trade deals with them will solve the problem. I don't know if deflation helped or hurt. I thought it should help. I'm not sure. Sounds like it did. But if you strengthen the dollar, then they should be able to buy food cheaper, I would think. That might not be worked into this game. 8 days after the declaration of state of famine, number of deaths has risen over 7,000. Yee. Ugh. It's not good. Alright, the contracts. When we get these contracts and we start buying the foods that we have a deficit in, the foods that we do not have a sufficient amount of supply, Once we get these contracts in, we will solve the problem. And who's this guy here? Talking about recruitment for the army? Get out of here. I don't got time for that. We're not going to war with anyone. We gotta feed the people. Okay. Should have a meeting coming up soon with some of these rulers. Who is this? Situation gets dramatically worse. Uh-oh.
You are starting to...
Okay, you told me that already. Where's that meeting? When was the first meeting? Here we go. Now we're going to say that. Let's offer him coffee to start.
Sure. Dark and strong, please.
Okay. I love your country.
I hope you didn't make me come here to hear you discussing your favorite holiday resorts.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk about that. Let's start with the sales contracts. Alright, we have to buy. We're going to have to purchase from Kenya probably apples. Well, we don't consume too many apples. They actually consume more apples, so we're not going to buy apples from them. Bananas. We got a lot of bananas. They don't have bananas. Cereal. Well, we're producing a lot of cereal, too. What are we, how do we not have enough food? This is, like, confusing. Fish. We're lacking in fish. Okay, let's buy fish from these guys. We can get it at a pretty good price, because the price we're paying per ton is $1,800. We can get it. They pay an average of $1,100. We're gonna have to negotiate. They're gonna want to sell it for more, for close to our price, but we have to start by lowballing them with that figure, and I'll have to go right there. 1,200. Nope. Lowball. That should be good. Nope. Do another one. Nice. That's a big purchase. So we're saving tons of money, making it a lot cheaper for fish. I gotta write that down. Keep track of this. You often need a pad and a pen or a pencil with this game, because there's a lot to keep track of. It doesn't always tell you everything in this game. So, fowl. Fowl is actually chicken, and we have no chicken in the country, and their sale price is way too high. We need more chicken. I'm going to write that down, and that will be for the Congo or that other country. No fowl. Maize. We need maize. We need maize, and we're going to try to get a maize contract from these guys, because this looks like a pretty good price. If I can get it. There we go. 66. 68. 69. 70. Nice. A lot of this game is negotiating contracts. You spend a lot of time doing this in this game. But it does help you solve the problems that you have. International trade. That is a solution. Oranges. We're good with oranges. What else do we need? Pork. We need pork. They don't have enough pork. I'm going to get pork from somebody else. Pork is going to be somewhere else. I can probably get a better price from somewhere else too. Rice, we got enough rice. Sheep. They don't have enough sheep. We need sheep. I'm writing down sheep. Okay. Soda. That's not healthy. Tea. I don't know. I'll just put that on the list. Might need tea. Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck's going on? Tea. I don't want to cancel this. Alright, that's enough out of you. Fowl, pork, sheep, and tea are what I'm looking for. And I'm going to get it from somebody else. Lack of space in school systems. Not a concern for this scenario. When's our next international meeting? That since your country suffered a major catastrophe, you are entitled to seek help from UN bodies. $5 million, for example. Ooh, that could be good.
The
see.
bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
That's good. That helps people.
Well done. You have just signed your first contract.
Okay, contract with Kenya.
You have negotiated a splendid contract.
Ah,
that will
splendid
undoubtedly
contract,
help
okay.
improve-
Armed
Your
forces.
politics are on the right track. At last, the fatherland is ahead who tackles the problems head on.
Yeah.
And this is good for the troops' morale. Launch the attack. Hold close your positions. The army is with you.
Okay, good to hear. What's going on here? Insufficient means. You know what? I should have police. I think I might need police. Let's pause this for a second. Because we don't want people stealing the food. So I am going to... Ooh, public safety. That's not a lot of money. We'll just throw that in there. Let's hire some more cops. 1,000 more police on the street. That should probably help solve something, I think. Did that work? I think so. That should help. Alright, now, meeting with this guy. Human rights. He's a bad guy.
Sure. Dark and strong, please.
I'll give him coffee. And I'll tell him I love his country.
Very kind.
Aha!
This thought is very honorable.
Of course the dictator would like to hear
Former
that.
tourism minister.
Uh-huh. And sales contracts. Okay, we need to buy some food. I don't think I need to buy bananas, right? We got bananas. Got cereal. Cotton. Fish we got. Fowl. I need fowl. Chicken. Oh, that's a horrible price. I am going to put a question mark there and see if I can find better prices for fowl. That seems horrible. What else we got? Milk. I need milk. They don't have enough milk. I'm putting milk on the list. It's like I have a shopping list. Okay. What else we got? Nothing. You stink. Why did I meet with you? What a waste of time. Buy fish. Oh no, that's already on the list. We already got fish. Well, what the heck? Soda. Oh, sheep. I need sheep. We got enough soda. Aha. Oh. I need people to supply more sheep. You know what? I gotta look up these numbers. Okay. Cancel this. Probably gonna get hurt for this meeting, but see you later. Oh, look at that. 4% drop because I met with that jerk. Okay, one thing you could do to make sure that you don't run into that problem is actually look up the information ahead of time to find out who is producing what. Alright, and we're going to look at prices. I want the lowest price for rice. No, I'm not looking at price. I am looking up fowl. Vegetables might be another one I could use. I might need a contract for vegetables. Okay, we got vegetables on the list. What else? I don't think I should exonerate sugar. Okay, let's look up fowl. I never knew that fowl and chicken, or another word for chicken was fowl. That was like weird when I heard that. When I looked it up. Ooh, look at that. China. China is a good fowl producer. We're gonna go with China and Brazil. Okay, hopefully we can meet with those guys. Bolivia could be another option. Let's see if we can do China and Brazil first. Those are huge. Okay, next one I need is pork. Let's find our pork producers here. Who produces pork? I need to look up the tons per year. I need price. And I need cheap prices. Brazil and Bolivia. Interesting. Okay, so these are possible trade partners. Very good potential trade partners. I can make a treaty with them. do you know? Okay. What else we got here? Sheep? No. Yes. Okay. We need sheep. Who's gonna sell? Oh man, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia is another one. Look at that. Bolivia's everywhere. We might need a meeting with Bolivia. They could solve all our problems. Also gonna throw on Peru. We also have to pay attention to see Bolivia. It's the problem with Bolivia here. They're not producing enough for their own consumption, so they won't trade us. Peru is the real sheep seller there. We really gotta go to Peru for sheep. Maybe Brazil. I'll put that on the list because Brazil is like the backup plan for everything here. Tea. I'm not gonna worry about tea. I need milk. What is the price of milk? Do you know the price of milk? World info. Milliliters. Price of milk. Cheapest price in the world is Brazil. And they have enough to sell us. So is Bolivia. Brazil and Bolivia. Again, look at that. I am going to Brazil and Bolivia. And then one more. Vegetables is the last one I need to look up. And tea. Get out of here. Where are the vegetables? There we go. Who makes the vegetables? Tons. Ooh. China. Iran. Ooh, I could get in trouble with trading with them. China. Maybe Iran. I don't know. China's big. I got fowl and vegetables in China. And then I'm going to try to do pork, probably sheep and milk from Brazil, and that'll be game over. Okay. So, we need to meet with the Chinese. And they don't seem to like us too much. Request the meeting. President of China. Hopefully they won't deny me that meeting right away. Brazil is the other one. Look at that. Oh, cancel the meeting right away. He doesn't want to meet me. What about Brazil? That international meeting is because I met with the stupid Congo president. Okay. Let's see if the Brazilian president will meet with us. Demonstration against misery. Hold on, slow down here. A lot of people coming at me. Several cities. Oh, these people. Blood-sucking policies.
The household purses remain desperately empty. Lodging and food use almost all of the household income.
Okay, you know what? I think I need to... What is this?
Our health report hasn't improved. Pockets of insalubrity appear.
That's bad. Ah, Brazil doesn't want to meet with me either.
The pretext used is that domestic affairs currently take priority.
Yeah, get out of here. Bolivia, they probably don't want to meet with me. What about Peru? Oh man, I need meetings. Oh no.
The pretext used.
Bolivia. They might be an answer. They didn't deny us the meeting. We got demonstrations going on. Where is this? Yikes. South Sudan Syndicated Federation. What about Iran? Iran doesn't seem to like us either. Whoa, look at these uprisings going on here. All the major cities. How are we looking? Still got more room, but you know what? Maybe I will cut some more taxes. That's a lot, 78 million. Let's drop it. We got room. We got room for income tax cuts. We're at 78% approval rating. So who is that? Bolivia? That still is going to meet with us.
Our country's youth needs places for
First they need to
exercise.
eat before you want me to start building, like, gymnasiums and fields. They need food. You know, we still have a meeting with this country coming up. I think they have cheap food. I need fowl. And sheep. And vegetables. Because Bolivia can give me milk and pork. I need fowl. What a funny word. Okay. President. Coffee?
Sure. Dark and strong, please.
There you go, you're welcome. I love your country.
And you're right. It is the most beautiful country in the world.
Ah,
Next time, come and visit my summer residence. I'll show you the countryside.
I can't wait for that. Okay, oh no, this is gonna hurt me again. Another dictator. Okay, dictator. How much is your fowl? Fowl for the dictator. From the dictator. Whoa, that's a pretty heavy price for the fowl. I need a fowl buyer. You know, I think I can just do direct negotiations with some of these countries. I'm not buying fowl from you. What else can I buy? Purchase. What do I need? Sheep. How's your sheep? You have no sheep for me. I need to find more someone who's going to sell me sheep. Vegetables. You have no vegetables. You stink. Sugar beet. Well, that's a lot of sugar beet. Let's try and get this sugar beet from her. This looks like a good price for sugar. Beets. We don't have any beet farms in South Sudan, apparently. So we got, negotiations. $30. Oof. Nope, gotta go up one more. 32. Good sale. Okay, we got sugar beets. That should help. I think. Something. End that meeting. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here because it looks like we've been doing this for about half an hour. And I'm gonna end this episode. We'll start another one after.